are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. What is the reincarnation? What is that reincarnates? For example, I remember you said that you met a little girl you believed to be your mom reincarnated. Yes. Well, who or what reincarnates? It can get kind of confusing, right? Because you step around, right? I have to speak in different levels. So when I'm speaking on that level, it's the level of experiential, and on the level of the experiential, there are numerous lifetimes, right? We all have numerous lifetimes. This is not the end. What appears as your life is, remember, it's all causes and conditions, right? The causes and conditions, the lust your parents had, right? Which started this process going, right? In a form in which sentience could be made manifest, that is, consciousness could be made manifest, and so it is, right? In this particular form, which is a human form, right? It can also be made manifest as a dog or as a squirrel or as a hummingbird. And those are all sentient forms, right? The key to understanding that is that the sentience is not a product of the form, nor is it in the form, localized in the form. That the consciousness that is manifested in all form is the one consciousness, but the forms go on and on and on and on. And so we can speak of it in terms of incarnation and reincarnation. But the truth is, from looking at the way I use those words, incarnation is actually manifestation. It is consciousness manifesting itself. It doesn't get inside of what it has manifested, right? So it never really incarnates, right? Forms appear out of it due to its nature. And those forms they go on and on and on and on. There's no limit to them. They are inexhaustible. From our perspective, if looking at it from the point of view of time, I would see it as me having multiple lifetimes, right? But I can also take a bigger step back and see that multiple lifetimes have appeared, multiple universes have appeared and disappeared in front of me. Okay? So what's really happening in reincarnation is that we have this idea that the earth is fixed, right? There's this universe and it's fixed, and here's the universe, and I'm like, or here's the earth, and I'm like, I'm born into the earth, I die out of the earth, and it's still here. Then I go back to the earth, and I go in and out of the earth. The constant, the fixed item is the earth, is this world, right? And that I'm going in and out of it. But that's a misperception. Just like I look in the sky and it looks like the sun is moving, but it's not. I'm not going in and out of it. It's coming in and out of me. My sense, what I experience, what everyone experiences, what we call birth or conception, is the appearance to this consciousness that is otherwise empty now of a world. From your perspective, you were told, oh, the world was here, and you were born into it, and we were your parents, and we did, and we had a little fun, hopefully, and you were the result of that, and you were born at this time, and had this experience, and etc. But that's not what you experienced. That's secondary. That's what people told you happened. What you experienced was total emptiness. Then suddenly there's sensations, stuff appears, right? And there's muffled sounds and all this kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden it gets really bright and it's much louder, and all this stuff starts changing, and there's this constant flux happening. From your perspective, you were there first. The world appeared to you, right? And that's actually what happens. It is growing out of this, out of your, out of you. Now, who are you? You are that one consciousness experiencing itself from from a particular point of view, a particular perception. So it's not that you're a consciousness and your mom and dad are consciousnesses and I'm another consciousness. There's consciousness is not, there's no plural form for it. It is just what is arising to you. This is really hard to grasp for the mind, because when I start going here, the mind is starts, well, then I'm the only thing that exists. And the answer is yes and no. If you see yourself as a separate self, to say I'm the only thing that exists, you step into solipsism, which is madness, right? But if you see it from the point of view of undifferentiated consciousness, then yes, I am the only thing that exists. In fact, the very first thing that Nisargadatta's guru said to him was, only you are. Give no reality or existence to anything other than yourself. His response was, I didn't understand it, but I trusted him. And so I puzzled over it. And I eventually saw it was true. But in order to get to that truth, you have to kind of jettison the whole idea of a personal consciousness or a personal sense of self. Now, within this larger consciousness, the entire range of experience, incarnations, my mother reincarnated as a little girl who didn't speak English with loving parents, right? That was an experience I had. But now I could also step back and say, yes, it's just an experience that's being had by consciousness. And at that point, it gets into balance. It has interest and place and position, but it has no permanent authority. It has no. It's not. It's universally. It's not an absolute truth. It is just an experience, and that's the way I can give expression to it. I can also express it as part of a dream that I'm having. And every one of my lives is just a different phase of the dream. Like every night I go to sleep, have a whole bunch of dreams, right? And they're all different, and they go one to the other. It's kind of a dream within a dream. Hopefully, I haven't gone too far, or gone right by you on that, because you can see there's different ways of looking at it, and they're all accurate. But the touchstone, the stake in the ground, is Satchidananda. I am, right? That I know. Experience is constantly changing, so I can't put a stick in the ground anywhere there. I can't say this is absolutely true. I can say it's experientially true. But what's absolutely true? I am. My existence is incontrovertible and undeniable. Your existence. And this is the place where we actually kind of take root. This is where you lay it. Everything else is relative to your existence. And the more you just ponder deeply your own sense of existence, the bigger that sense gets, until it becomes not my sense of existence, but the existence, the only existence there is.